Hey, Gamox here. Welcome to Market Monday. We're going to talk about in this video, MUT basically got leaked this week as far as content, what's coming from, ironically, MUT leaks. And we also have how to make coins both in this, coming week, throughout the year. We'll talk about general solutions to it. We'll talk about our hate for EA's communistic marketplace with their market floors and everything they've done wrong. And it blows my mind. Their game is uber successful, yet they keep making it worse to spite themselves. It's crazy just how bad they are, but how they keep succeeding upwards because of the monopoly, and they have something that people are addicted to. So anyways, let's move forward. I think we're gonna first talk about leaks and then how that plays into content, and then how to make coins throughout it and kind of tie it in at the end. We'll put it in a bow here for Market Monday, just like something in the box that we got you. Don't worry, don't wait. You can wait till Christmas to open it. So anyways, AK is coming. We saw that today. Not coming. It already came. Team Builders, Rookie Premiere, Thursday. Season of Boom Release 2, Thursday. Legends, Saturday. So, let's talk about first of all, what got leaked. Team Builders. Team Builders coming soon. Tomorrow, Wednesday, IDK. Here they are. I didn't see who the Steeler was. So, he says, looks to be Team Builder champion at 87 overall. 8 on the Masterpiece, 85 overall. Asked him to find the stats. He did it. Joe Mixon, even though I think he's AFC South, it says AFC East Team Builders. So 3 Team Builders and 2 82 to 83 overalls. But for a Team Builder, which kind of looks to be an 82, maybe it's an 83, I don't know. But it's 380 overalls. So you're going to need, to do an 85 overall set, you'll need 3 times 3, so 980 overalls, which are going to be the pricey part of these sets to get an 85. And then you're going to need a couple 82 overalls, and then what is that, 378 to get it for Team Builders. So there's a bit to do. If you're gonna prep, it's not a bad idea. I don't know how much the price of 80s are gonna go up, because right now on the block 80s are 25k, which is already crazy. Minimum price right now was 156, the price floor, because again, EA are idiots. And we'll keep calling them idiots until they fix their price floors too. But the idiots haven't ruined the 80s. So the 80s are pricey because of the market dynamics in effect and what's coming, okay? So basically to build one Team Builder, which is 3 80s, so that's 75k, but again, these are no snipes. These are worst price possible. 75k plus 78s, plus I don't know, we'll say 15k. So we'll say about 90k. It's going to be under 90k. To build a Team Builder, and then you need 3, let's go back to this, 3 of those and 2 82s. So 90, 180, 270, and plus a couple 82s at 42k. We can look at the market if those things went up, but 40, 80, so what'd I say? 270, so 350 to build a Team Builder. Now, when you look through how much 85 overalls cost right now on the block, they some are under, some are over 350. As far as how much they cost, and maybe on launch, some of these Team Builders are very expensive. The market goes up. We'll see what it is. But just like the underwear gnomes, Team Builders, throughout history of Madden, it's step 1, do your Team Builder set. Step 2, step 3, profit. Team Builders just seem to work. I don't know. The inputs don't match it. Sometimes they are a lot of work for not much product, but they end up working out nicely regardless. So, with us, as we see, 42 right there also matches my chart of 42, 187. 187 on these, never mind. So, what does this mean? What does this mean? MUT Leaks is awesome. Are you going to invest in 80s? I'm not that, obviously, okay, so the training floor at any point could fall, which will drag down a lot of cards with them, because there are some high-end cards that are kind of near the floor, and if the floor goes, high-end cards drop, which drops the whole market. There's that whole dynamics there. So investing is always tough with floors, because at any moment, it's gone. But we had the floors lowered last week. It doesn't look like we're getting an overall increase, and generally, based off last year, they lowered the floors when they upped the overalls, which means they raised pack odds. So we were not getting overall upgrades. So signs point to they're not going to change up floors. So you can go ahead and pre-build these Team Builders if you want. You probably won't lose value for that. So in order to get the 87 overall Myles Garrett, you gotta get 8. So 350 times 8 for that Myles Garrett. Let's hope you get those 8 back, right? Plus your 87 overall. Number 2 pass rusher in the AFC North. Myles Garrett. Because 8 times 300, is that like I don't know, way too much? 3, 8, 6, like 2 million plus coins. Is that what I'm looking at for Myles Garrett? I really hope you get those back. But we'll see when that comes. So anyways, making coins. How to make coins. The best way. Oh, he also leaked. Sorry, let me show you this. He also leaked the other content coming this week, which is Season of Boom Release 2. Before we get into how to make coins. We got Simmons, Ham, Brandon Ayuk, hopefully a Steeler, Richard Sherman, Graham Glasgow, and Jalen Petrie. So there it is. Thursday, 8/22, 1:30 p.m. Tentative. So there you go. Chicken tentatives. Delicious. Me and my chicken tentatives. The best way of making coins in this game is buying cards unfiltered and selling. Buying cards filtered and selling unfiltered. So you see how some of these cards at like low overalls, we'll take a look at 80s for example. Now minimums obviously mess with this and make the auction house worse. But we're seeing like these cards like 23. If you just like filter down a little bit, you can buy this at like 20. And this is just like one filter. You can get it even lower. And then so you buy at 20, you list at 23. Because people buy off this page all the time. And then you instantly make 1,000 coins. You can do that a lot. You can do that within the 75s to 78s. You can also go ahead and look at bigger ticket items. And cards that don't get listed often. Like Mr. I don't know. Mr. Patty Mahomes. Some of these base elites. Go ahead and take a look at them. Go ahead and we'll just search for him. So you can sometimes, because of like big names on this stuff, quarterback, you can buy them and then list them even higher overnight. Overnight prices are generally higher than they are during the prime time MUT. So a good place to look for medium value is MUT.gg. For these cards. So his medium value is about 250. So you probably don't want to buy at 260. This is not a good buy. You can look at 240. So buying at like 240, and then you guys still like 273, 275. So like there's a lot of variance here. And that's a big thing. But right now there's only 260, so not a good example. But buy low, sell high. That's the auction house. The other one that I like to talk about a lot is like investing in limiteds. And investing in limiteds does work. The issue is you got to choose the right limited. I don't like investing generally in running backs or quarterbacks, as you're generally only using one. Generally, we get a new best one every week, especially quarterbacks. So like Tom Brady, he's a slow quarterback. I don't like the investment. So generally, you want to get like invest in like a pretty good card that will have demand down the road. And then now with MUT Leaks releasing future content, you can now, like, if you guys recall in college football, cut and MUT are basically the exact same game. So a lot of the examples you can use in both ones. Cuts just got slightly changed, which, you know, people are debating whether cut or MUT is better. It doesn't matter. They're both crap with the things that we see. But like as you saw with like Jalen Ramsey, they just like they released the card early on and cut, and then they never released another corner for a while, and he went up in price a ton. So like generally, like, even though Lane Johnson's kind of like whatever, just like a lineman, he was going for like 350 because everybody got him, they sold him. Now he's out of packs, 335 435, 440. You can sold them and make profit off them that way. Now you got to choose the right cards, right? Obviously cards that min out, which are like, you know, this is like a weird min out. He actually minned out. People were selling him at 350 when they could have just quick sold him for the same amount because they don't care about 10% auction house tax. They don't know. I don't know. So it's got to be a good card. For example, Lawrence Taylor. Generally, I like him less expensive. Lawrence Taylor doesn't get great abilities. He's fast though. But like we might get an overall increase to 86 here in like a week. So when that happens and Redux is on their way, and then there's gonna be a lot of other 86s that are gonna match him in power level. So I don't love him, how expensive he is. He might go up. You never know. Take your risks. You can go ahead and just buy one for every single limited. Some of them will go up, some of them won't. So that's the thought around a limited investing. Like, we don't get a whole lot of linemen released. So the amount of cards in competition released is a big thing. How good the card is, the name on the card, it all matters as far as investments and limiteds. And if you're zigging when the market's zagging, like, right, nobody's investing in that card and you do it, it'll go up. But if everybody sees it as a good card to invest in, everybody invests in it, it's a bad investment. Those are good old-fashioned methods. Otherwise, we used to have like arbitrage and stuff with more re-rolls, but they've taken a lot of their way. If there was like an 80 overall plus re-roll, we might have an arbitrage opportunity because of 80s being so expensive versus the cards we can buy and roll for them. Packs are a lot tougher to arbitrage through for coins because you got to work through the market to get coins out of training. You can quick sell cards for training, that kind of stuff. But those are a lot of the ways to make coins. Sets, don't forget about sets. We're talking about team builders, but other sets throughout the year are great ways of coin making. But you got to kind of do math for that to make coins off of that. But there it is. That's Market Monday. Again, like, I'm completely beaten down. Like, the trade block, the canary in the coal mine's gone. They're restricting their auction house. They're hiring people from 2K. They're like, let's take away the auction house. Do it. It's like, dude, it's like I'm watching Lord of the Rings again, and like Gandalf hasn't brought in his staff to like get rid of these people's worming in their ears. It's not great. It's really hard on my content, and maybe that's the point. They're trying to get me out this community because they're making it worse and worse as far as making content on the auction house and the making coins outside the game and doing these kind of fun things, but they still screw up and we take advantage of loopholes all the time on them. So it's just crazy. It's fighting a losing battle against like a drunk, right? Like, they're taking these big long like hacks, making their game worse, cutting themselves, but they're so like bombed out of their mind. They don't even feel the pain. Like, they don't even see what they're doing. They're just hatcheting the game to death, and we're just like watching them do it, like, and we're like picking their pocket while they do it with loopholes because they're incompetent. But you're making your game worse for no reason because you still suck. I don't know. Sick of it. People like, we'll maybe do a whole video on what they've done to their games and how frustrating it is and how they're basically doing it in a senseless manner. That's it for this Market Monday. Bye.